Hi everyone, good evening. I'm back with yet another Insta Live session. And yes, today has been a very packed day with loads of people talking about lots of things, and its day has been really interesting. So now we are going to talk about something very important but usually not touched upon. But it needs to be talked. People have to think about it, people have to act on it. Yes, mental health wellness of a pregnant woman. So today we will be having a special guest with us, and she has been in this industry of taking care or nurturing and grooming a lot of pregnant women with her innate abilities of being empathetic and very connecting to the audience, to the pregnant woman that people come to her. And one of the biggest things that I liked about her is the way she talks, is the way she connects with her patients. Because me for me, that connection is very important between an expert and a pregnant woman. So today we're gonna call upon Dr. Vijaya Krishnan. She's a midwife leading natural birth in one of the famous birth centers of Hyderabad, of India, I would say, Sanctum Birth Center. And I'm just waiting for her to log in so that we could just have this session. And I'm just excited about having a conversation with her, because I was so happy that she actually accepted my invitation for this, because I know she's packed and there is so much of things that she's doing. So I'm really grateful for that. So I'm just waiting for her to log in. Till then, thank you everyone for joining in, taking time. Let's just give ma'am a few minutes till she joins in, and yes, we will continue from there. So mental health is something that's actually a little very personal to people, and it's something that's usually ignored, I believe. Like, it's not valued or considered to the extent how physical health importance is given. Maybe because it's seen, like, you can just, it's tangible, it's something that you can feel it if there is something good or if there is something bad. But mental health is not being considered because it's not like visibly seen, but the implications, if the mental health is not taken care, is vast, is deep rooted, and it has a long lasting impact on the women, on the mother, as well as the child, as well as the womb. So today we're going to discuss everything with ma'am, and I'm sure you guys are going to have an amazing session, amazing informative session. So let me send a request to her. Let's just give a few minutes for ma'am. I don't know whether is there any technical issue. Yes, ma'am is here. I'll just send a request to her. Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Thank you
How
so
are
much for
you?
joining. I'm good, ma'am. How are you? How are you
Very
doing?
good,
How was your
thank
day?
you. It's still going on, so I
Yeah,
think it's
I
good.
yeah, I know. I could understand. It's like your day must be so packed. I was wondering, when I asked itself, I was wondering whether you'll be able to do on a weekday, whether it would be comfortable for you, because it's it's like you guys are always on your foot. It's
On
never
call. We are always on call, no? That's the
you're
thing.
always on
Hi,
call.
Subhashini. Hi. So I'm seeing known faces, so I'm just going to say
Yeah,
hello to all of
sure,
them.
sure, ma'am. Much
Uh,
needed, ma'am.
so,
Much needed.
so, so no, I think we are on call always, but I think that we have also some time when we know that a labor is not going on. So that's kind of how I say, okay, fine, let's see. And if it goes on, I have my colleagues will manage. If there is somebody pushing, I'm pretty sure your viewers will understand that that's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
important. So.
Any day, this can be taken care. This can be spoken at any time later when you
Yeah,
are free. What is priority is
yeah,
always priority. So,
yes, yes.
so yeah,
Uh,
really thank you. Really appreciate that you accepted my invitation on the first. Actually, I was nervous to send you that invitation because I was wondering because you are generally packed with so many people asking you DMs, questions, what do I do and all this. I thought my DM would actually get lost somewhere. So I
And see,
was,
this is a topic which is very close to my heart. Hi, Deepa. I see Deepa, and I think I see Janani. I see lots of people here, all known faces. And anyway, so no, but this is a topic which is very close to my heart. I think we are
okay.
going to talk konja Tamil, konja Englishல பேசலாமா
ஆமா
அப்படியா? This is the
கண்டிப்பா
conversation, huh?
உங்களுக்கு
சரி.
எப்படி வசதியோ
So,
அப்படி பேசுங்க
and,
ஆ,
and so I think it is something which is very rarely talked about, and I'm happy that somebody is actually addressing it specifically in the mental health awareness in the week, actually talking about mothers. And I think really what happens is we look at the physical component of labor, pregnancy, labor, birth, postpartum so much, we don't necessarily think about what the woman's going through. And sometimes I think even the mother doesn't understand what she's going through. ஏதோ இருக்கு பண்ணணும், like you just generally you think, okay, is the baby well? Am I physically okay? And you don't really bring back the attention on that unless something sparks and something goes wrong, or if you feel that you're not being listened to. That is the only two times I think women start to kind of think about it a little bit. But yeah, so when you invited, I was like, okay, we have to do this. So
yeah.
so,
I was like, I sent the DM to you, and then immediately I turned to my partner. I was like, I don't know, ma'am will accept or not. I just sent it. அது எங்க போய் டிஎம்ல மாட்டிக்கிட்டே இத்தனை டிஎம்ஸ்க்கு நடுவுல மறந்து போயிட போகுது. I was like waiting that day fully, and it like you
yeah.
took a day to respond also. Then he was like, just calm down. If it is meant to happen, it will happen. Whether it's today or 2 months later or 2 years later, if you're meant to have that conversation with her, it is going to happen. I was like, okay, okay, okay. இன்னும் pray பண்ணிட்டே இருந்தேன். I was like, okay, thank you. I was like, be happy. So let's
uh,
start with your journey as a midwife ஓ இல்ல இந்த டொமைன்ல வந்து எப்படி இந்த சாங்டம் பர்த் சென்டர் எப்படி வந்தது லைக் எனக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப கியூரியாசிட்டி இந்த ஐடியா எப்படி வந்தது லைக் ஏன்னா இந்த ஹோல் இந்த மிட்வைஃப்ல நம்மளுக்கு ஆக்சுவலி ரொம்ப வருஷமாவே இருக்கு இந்த கான்செப்ட் பட் நடுவுல ஒரு 15-20 இயர்ஸ் வந்து இந்த ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் செட்டிங்ல வந்து இந்த பேக்கேஜ் டீல்ஸ் இந்த சி செக்ஷன் பேக்கேஜ் நார்மல் டெலிவரி அதுல வந்து இதெல்லாம் எங்கேயோ ஃபேட் அவுட் ஆயிடுச்சு லைக் இட்ஸ் ஜஸ்ட் கான்
mm,
அவேன்னு தோணுது ஸோ ஹவு டிட் இட்
mm.
ஸ்டார்ட் ஹவு டிட் இட் கம் இட் இஸ் லைக் அந்த பார்ன் எப்படி இருந்தது அந்த பர்த் எப்படி இருந்தது
Actually, the whole context itself is mental health of women. அதுலேருந்து தான் start ஆச்சு. Because
ஓகே
when you look at this was 2005, nobody had heard of the contemporary professional midwifery, and nobody had heard of Lamaze classes. Nobody had heard of எனக்கு birthல choices இருக்குன்னா choices என்னன்னு ஒருத்தருக்குமே they don't have that idea. What do you mean I have choices? இல்லையா? So actually, if I go back to the roots of how the center came, it was because when I was doing the like looking at people and I was part of doing a research program actually with University of Massachusetts, and I was looking at people's experiences. And adula what I found out is there was no sort of connection between what the woman wants, and she was not even able to express it. So if only if you know that எனக்கு இது வேணும் and I am actually allowed to express, for lack of a better word, in the whether it's in the context of an antenatal checkup or whether it's a birth plan or whether it's whatever, she's actually going to verbalize it. So we started doing classes, and classes la first one couple, two couple. I think அவளுக்கு நமாஸ்னா என்னன்னு புரியல. Some people joined in because I think they decided ஏதோ ஒரு exercise ஆவது கத்துக்கலாம், like that. And அந்த மாதிரி வந்ததுனால then I still remember our first couple. She wanted to birth. Amma அதுல போய் she was in Hyderabad, but she wanted to birth in Chennai. She had even some problems of, like cholestasis of pregnancy, but she had a very good birth, right? And then, she came back and said this was great. So first 2-3, when we were doing one-on-one, people ended up having reasonable outcomes. Adukapram periya classes ஆரம்பிக்கிறச்சு, and I'm not talking of very big classes, and ingella people nowadays they are doing 200-300 people classes. Na and the level ku pogave illa. I've always been like at this level where I think I want personal connection. Anyway, so at the 7-8 people the classes irukirche, then at that point of time we started seeing a lot more cesarean sections. So 90% ellaru varuva, they would learn about all these, they would learn about choices, they would learn, and then they would end up going back into the same system, which really did not provide the end, that final mile care, which should be evidence based practice, which should be respectful, which would take the dignity of the woman into consideration, which would take her mental health into consideration. Idella illadanaல then people kept asking me, and where can we get this birth? At 1-2 years adilla pochu. And then by 2008, it was like there was no way that we could have continued doing the same thing and seeing similar outcomes and having people come back traumatized and saying, na idellam pannadhukku appuram kuda, this is what the outcome was. And then organically we just decided pannanom, and my husband was like a big, kind of like the push behind it, and he said, all right, I'll support you. And so a lot of credit goes to him. He's behind the scenes, but that's where it has been like, a partnership in terms of, our own household, whether it's been with our kids or whether it's been with, bringing up the center, as we bring up the kids, bringing up the center. And that's how it has been. So we have been around since 2008 as a birth center, but have been in this journey since 2005. And I'm hoping that we have touched a few lives as we are going forward, and that's how it came to be.
Touched it. You guys have made a lot of. I call this as a silent revolution, which is taking very beautifully in its own pace. There is no end date or a start date to it. It's just taking its own course of time, and there is so much beauty and moreover so much of empathy towards people and their wants, their desires. Whether it's fulfilled or not is a secondary point, because all of us would want a home birth and a nice thing. But at that moment, it's the call of the professional who does that. But the empathy, yes, it is okay, it's possible, it is there. That thing gives so much of confidence to the mother who is going through the journey of pregnancy, right? So
absolutely.
That's like, yeah. So this is one question that I personally wanted to ask, because there are a lot of people who keep, while I watch videos of other people and all these, like, what is the main difference? Main difference between a hospital setting to a birth center setting, where why should somebody come to a birth center or something that should actually be a big push to them? Yes, this will make a difference in their pregnancy. Yes.
I think the main thing when you look at a midwife-led model of care, and it can be, like in a birth center like ours, where we have we have pioneered this collaborative model where we believe very strongly that every woman should get the maximum benefit of, the midwifery model of care, which is basically autonomy. So, autonomy na ennanaka, nammaloda body, nammaloda baby, யார் அவளுக்கு டிசிஷன் மேக்கர், நம்ம தான் அது மெயின் டிசிஷன் மேக்கரா இருக்கணும். எமர்ஜென்சி இருக்கிறச்சே டாக்டர்ஸ் இருக்கா, தெர் இஸ் நோ குவெஸ்சன். அதுக்கு அந்த எமர்ஜென்சி ஒரு 5% நார்மல் ஹெல்த்தி லோ ரிஸ்க் விமனா இருந்தாங்கன்னா that kind of emergency can happen in maybe 5%, 6%. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் supposing it's like a VBAC mom, அவளுக்கு ஒரு in our center we have 90% VBAC success rates, right? So which is like pretty much probably some of the best statistics across the world, right? But I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back, but I'm saying that's how we see women. That if they are otherwise normal, if they are otherwise healthy, if they are intending to have a good outcome, then healthy outcome, mother and baby healthy outcome, they should be provided with all the information, all the choices, all the right and all the pros and cons of everything, and then they should be given space, time, and privacy to think about it. That's what's the difference. Ilya, number if you can push things down somebody's throat. How many stories we hear where people will tell me that when I went to the doctor's office perfectly healthy, எல்லாம் சரியா இருந்தது. I went there thinking that everything is going to be okay. And அதுக்கப்புறம் when I went there 1, 2, 3 things சொல்லியாச்சு. If once this and then they told that இப்பவே admit ஆயிடுங்க. So where is the time to think? And if she has entered the hospital healthy, should she not be given at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, maybe that night to come and decide? It's not, if she has not entered it healthy already, there will be something flagging it, right? Her body is not stupid, it's not a lemon, it will understand that something is going wrong in it. But andamadhi illathu, when you enter the office perfectly healthy, baby is moving well, things are okay, then why would you suddenly become an emergency? And 95% of the times it is not. Low fluid is not an emergency which needs to be happening that minute. A baby's heartbeat tanking to 40 is an emergency that needs to be taken care of. But that happens very, very rarely, right? So in Andamadhi Irkarche, what is the difference between a hospital model of care and a autonomous midwife-led model of care and a birth center model is the time and space for them to make good choices for themselves. So adu engendhu varum last minute la it will not come. Suddenly if I tell you, oh, you have this, buffet of idli and dosa and vada and this and that, and you suddenly decide what you want to eat, when I've never really told you that you have idli, dosa, vada, whatever, that you can make a choice, they will not make it that time. That has to come in the antenatal period. Antenatal period, getting getting them good education, good information, telling them that you are capable adults, not infantilizing them. அந்த மதரை ஒரு குழந்தையாவே பார்த்து நீ ஒரு குழந்தைய பெத்துக்கிற மாதிரி நம்ம பேசுறோம் அவள்கிட்ட. எனக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும், உன்னோட பாடிய பத்தி எனக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும், நீ நான் சொன்னதை கேளு, இல்லையா உன்னோட ரிஸ்க். அந்த ரிஸ்க் என்னன்னு சொல்றது இல்ல, ஒரு பிளாங்கெட் ரிஸ்க்.
நாங்க சொல்ல வேண்டியதை சொல்லிட்டோம், அதுக்கப்புறம் உங்க டிசிஷன் இப்படிங்கிற ஸ்டேட்மெண்டே எல்லாருமே சொல்றாங்க. I have personally seen doctors telling, whatever we had to tell you, it's your call. If something happens to the baby, we are not taking responsibility. So if you put the mother or the couple or the family in such a situation, imagine the 3 minutes, 4 minutes, the mental trauma that mother would go, that she'll be like, "Ayyo, en kolandhukku edho aidakudadu, I will do whatever it is in my hands to do," then she'll give up. And it is a natural instinct to give up because her womb is more important for her than herself, she thinks. But this it increases so much of mental trauma. And the next few hours in your birthing is going to be another. ஐயோ குழந்தை ஒழுங்கா சீக்கிரம் வெளியில வருமா வராதா, எப்படி இருக்க போகுது. சோ அந்த அப்படியே எனக்கு சொல்லும் போதே எனக்கு கை கால்லாம் ஜிட்ரியா இருக்கு. Like imagine if a mother is going through that.
Correct. So I think that is where the system has to be changing. That it's not that doctors are bad people. We always tell, even in all our classes, we don't say it is called, we call this person is doing a bad job, that person is doing a bad job. They are two different models of care. You have to understand in the model la ungalku enna kadaikiradhu, and you have to understand that adu konja researchum pannanom. It is also part of the problem lies with the parents also. Neenga onnume research panna ஒண்ணுமே பண்ணலன்னா then suddenly how do you expect to make good decisions for yourself? ஒரு 2-3 டாக்டர்ஸ் இன்டர்வியூ பண்ணோம், யாராவது சொல்லிட்டா அதனால நம்ம if you are going to somebody, that is not the only way to make a decision. Okay, somebody, your friend has told you this is good, go, but also find out what other options are available. Where do you feel safe? உங்களுக்கு அந்த சேஃப்டி நெட் எங்க கிடைக்கிறது? Where do you feel like you can connect with them? அந்த கனெக்ஷனே இல்லாம நம்ம வெளியில உள்ள போயிட்டு ஒரு 2 நிமிஷம் பார்த்து somebody puts. And I just had a consultation with somebody about an hour back, also from, I think from Chennai or somewhere. And what she was saying is every 3 weeks, In her entire last pregnancy, every 3 weeks, she was subjected to an internal ultrasound. Internal ultrasound every 3 weeks. அப்புறம் ப்ரீடம் பேபி இது பர்த் ஆயிருக்கு. So the point is that நம்மளுக்கு then they don't know whether that is correct or not. யார் சொல்லுவா? See, first of all, it is the care providers prerogative to tell them, and evidence based practice follow பண்றது it has to be ingrained. இப்ப நாங்க பண்றதுல it's a different story, but worldwide there is no evidence to say that every 3 weeks a healthy pregnant woman should undergo a transvaginal ultrasound. So அந்த physical trauma வேற, mental trauma வேற, அதுக்கப்புறம் preterm birth வேற. So where does this end up in? After the baby is born, you are questioning everything. நம்ம பாடி ஏதோ is it not capable of giving birth, ஏதோ நம்ம தான் தப்பு பண்ணோமா, குழந்தை ஏன் இந்த மாதிரி ஆச்சு, all these things are the factors which unnecessarily make the mother feel that the pregnancy is not a happy, healthy, an event which anyway should go by itself. இல்லையா? நம்ம குழந்தை when the baby is made, there is one cell. By the time the baby is born, there are at least 200 million cells. அதுல நம்மளோட கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் என்ன? ஜெனட்டிக்ஸ் அது டக்குன்னு அது ஆயிண்டே போறது இல்லையா? நம்ம அந்த கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் நம்ம ஒண்ணுமே பண்ணாததுக்கு அட்லீஸ்ட் the best thing we can do is provide a nourishing atmosphere. So these are all the things that we need to talk about and tell the woman that you are strong, you are capable, you're doing all the right things. What support do you need of me? First ask her. அதுவே கேட்கறது இல்ல நம்ம. which person turns and உனக்கு என்ன வேணும் அது கேட்காம இருக்கறச்சே, then how can we make a decision that this is what you need? இந்த மித்ஸ் ஆச்சு, அது ஆச்சு, இது பண்ணாத, அது பண்ணாத, இருக்கிற கொஞ்சம் பிரெயின் செல்ஸ் இருக்கிறதுல அதுல இங்க இருந்து ஒரு கான்டாக்ட் வருது, அங்க இருந்து ஒண்ணு வருது, one person says this. இத கேட்டு அந்த கேட்கற ட்ராமாவே will help them become more fearful. இல்லையா? So that is where we are at.
லைக் இது நீங்க சொல்லும் போதுதான் எனக்கு ஞாபகம் வந்தது. லைக் குழந்தை வந்துருச்சு, கன்சீவ் ஆயிட்டாங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னோடனே எவ்ரிபடி வில் லைக் சந்தோஷமா இரு எல்லாம் நல்லது, குழந்தையும் ஹாப்பியா பிறக்கும், குழந்தையும் லைக் த ஃபோக்கஸ் இஸ் லைக் யூ ஹாவ் டு பி ஹாப்பி. எனி அதர் எமோஷன் தட் கம்ஸ் யூ நாட் ஆத்தரைஸ்ட் ஆர் யூ டோன்ட் ஹேவ் எனி ரைட்ஸ் டு ஷோ. இட்ஸ் லைக் தட். ஸோ த்ரூ அவுட் த ஜர்னி கொஞ்சோண்டு கோவப்பட்டாலே த மதர் இஸ் லைக் இல்ல கோவப்படக்கூடாது, என் குழந்தைக்கு பாதிக்கும். இல்ல கோவம் காமிச்சா எக்ஸ்டர்னல் ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் ஆர் எக்ஸ்டர்னல் பீப்புள் இஸ் கோனா push me down. So much of emotions உள்ள கர்ப் பண்றதுனால எவ்வளவு mental health பாதிக்குது. அது somewhere do you agree that womb is also getting affected because of that?
So I think anything, and நம்மளோட emotions create hormonal, I would say like a hormonal storm. Okay, when I say a storm, I don't mean it in any bad way. I'm just saying that it creates a sense of, either your hormones can create a sense of well-being or a sense of not being well, right? So when you're looking at it in that sense, if somebody is constantly subjected to either like unwanted advice or a lot of unnecessary myths and facts and or whatever myths and unrealistic expectations, that those hormones are automatically going to pull you down, saying that maybe I'm not doing well, maybe this is the thing, maybe I'm not taking care of my baby well, and that's not a great place to be. What we need to tell the woman is this, that yes, it is important to be emotionally healthy. Yes, that hormones that are coursing through your body also go to the baby. Yes, that we have the baby has the ability. So nobody can measure exactly what is the baby's ability to feel happiness or sadness. It's not possible, right? But what we do know is that these thoughts and the emotions and everything, whatever happens to mom happens to baby. That's how we view. That's why we say it's a mother-baby dyad, right? So when we look at it like that, I think it makes sense for the mom to feel, want to be in an environment which is healthy emotionally and physically, right? So somebody telling you to be happy is not the way to do that. So that's not the way to do it. That is advice. Free air is like thin air, right? So you can tell somebody be happy, but what are you doing to make sure that she is in an environment? That's the question. Now, if somebody is really not feeling mentally, emotionally healthy, maybe she needs to look at other avenues. Is it because she's feeling a lack of connection with her family? Is it because she's feeling stressed in her job? Is it because, what things can she actually change around her to keep her in that emotionally safe space, right? But I don't feel that we should put this on the mother that, oh my God, you're harming your baby. No. That is not the way it works. The general way it works is that, and pregnancy hormones do cause emotional up and down, right? First trimester, whether your body is going through so much that your mental health also, whether it is feeling little bit tired, or whether it's feeling a little bit disconnected or dissociated. Sometimes that can happen. Third trimester, because of all the hormone surges that happen, you can feel extremely, maybe sometimes anxious or sometimes weepy. Having said that, that is not a normal state. Sometimes it will happen, it will come and go. The partner and the family has to be prepared that yes, these are a part of pregnancy. Some parents will come and say, for example, முதல்லலாம் அவளுக்கு கோவமே வராது, இப்போ எது தொட்டாலும் கோவம் வருது, they'll say that. But that doesn't mean that she's harming her baby. It just means that they have to learn to live with that aspect of it, but also to see what does she need. Now, it also doesn't mean the other end. Sometimes I think women, I'm not saying this in any bad way, but sometimes women think that it is because they are pregnant, they have to be extraordinarily pampered. Now, that's also not right. You have become pregnant because you have wanted to, hopefully, right? If you think that everybody around you has to be like hands over foot on you and like, kaala pidichu, kaiya pidichu, amma nee pregnant irukka, we will pray to you. Now, that is not correct. Then, and the labor and birth, adhe madri dhaan pogum, because you have not taken responsibility there also, you have not taken full responsibility that this is my choice. I am expected to feel certain, feelings of whether it is physical or emotional, tiredness or lack of energy, or sometimes excess energy, and sometimes pains. But that's how you will then land up normalizing what happens during pregnancy and normalizing the pains of childbirth as well.
Correct. Wow, nicely put. Nicely, you've connected that with the labor room. I was about to ask that only next. எப்படியோ 9 months எப்படியோ pregnancy கடந்தாச்சு. Now that those two days where she's like, okay, now I'm in the birthing phase or the child is about to come. Even around that itself, there is so much of stress, like boy or girl, or the fact that நீ நல்லா ஒழுங்கா புஷ் பண்ணணும். And moreover, நீ வந்து C-section க்கு போக கூடாது. It's like the other thing is also there. நீ வந்து நேச்சுரலா ட்ரை பண்ணு, நீ எபிடியூரல் எடுக்க கூடாது. I think it's like too much of stigma around every step a mother is taking. Like, and the informed choices வந்து is like the least question she's having. The main first question is, how do I stop these noises first? To listen to what choice I have. The labor room and the birthing room, when those two hours or few hours that she's pushing around, what kind of energy that she's getting, what is the mental health she's going, mental trauma or mental, I don't want to use the word trauma, that mental stage.
So again, preparation. That is the only mantra that we have to have. If you go into something, if you go to buy a car, okay, and the car guy says, see, here is a car, I have driven this car 15,000 times. Please don't test drive it. Just take it home. Will you take it home?
Oh.
Okay, then. Why would you do that for one of the best this thing of your life? The doctor will say, I have done 15,000 deliveries, but you are doing it the very first time. So it absolutely needs to be that they have to make sure that they are understanding of the process. And the understanding of the process, antenatal time la varano, adla nambalukku independent birth classes irukano, and the birth classes will in that class they have to choose a good birth class, not just any class, because hospital la irukradhu, I'm not saying all hospitals are the same, but many times or a hospital class la or 4 மணி நேரத்துல they will talk about or a nutritionist or a 2 hour or 15 minutes they'll talk about diet, anesthetist might talk about the epidural, another person might come and talk about physio, might talk about exercises. அதுல நீங்க what in ஒரு ஆஹான்னு ஒரு shock and awe மாதிரி ஆகலாம். ஆனா அதுல இருந்து எத்தனை internalize பண்ண, what did you take inside, what did you learn in it, what are you able to take out of it? That's the question. So like you're looking for good care providers, like you're looking for where do you feel connected and safe, it's also important to look for a class that resonates with your values, where you feel the person is able to give you the time, give you the energy, able to answer questions even after the class is done. So finding a good birth class is very important. And adukapra in that class, then you end up learning what can birth look like. Nobody can promise you that your birth will go in one way or another. It's not written in stone. It has to flow. You have to be able to surrender to the moment and flow. But under surrender, you should also have some thoughts which will lead you to make good choices, whether it's you yourself or whether it's your birth partner, whoever that might be with you, to help you to make those good choices. And that can be done only if you're prepared antenatally. Asking questions. How will you know what questions should I ask my doctor? What will happen? நான் டியூ டேட் கிராஸ் பண்ணேன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? நீங்க இன்டியூஸ் பண்ணலன்னா உங்களோட புரோட்டோகால் என்ன? எனக்கு யார் சப்போர்ட் தருவா? உங்களோட நர்சஸ் எல்லாம் ஆர் தே கிராஸ் ட்ரெயின்? பேபி பிறந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் நீங்க எனக்கு பெஸ்ட் ஃபீடிங்க்கு என்ன மாதிரி சப்போர்ட் தருவேன்? இதெல்லாம் கேட்காம நம்ம without doing that test drive, if we are just going in there and buying the car, நாளைக்கு what might have been a good car from outside, a Mercedes can drive like a Katara lorry, and then you cannot blame others. Right? So I think it is important for us to understand that nammaloda responsibility idhula enna, and that's how you bloom into your parenthood. You're not just being there and saying suddenly baby kaila vandachi ipo namba enna pandradhu. So I think on the mental trauma konjamavathu, see, we can't avoid everything. There is a medical system right now. And the medical system la நம்ம எப்படி navigate பண்ணணும், அந்த navigationக்கு நம்மளுக்கு என்ன, what are the tools that I need, நம்மளோட birth partner நம்ம எப்படி choose பண்ணலாம். ஒரு if you say my birth partner is my mom, but mom is super anxious, நம்ம mom அங்க அழிச்சுன்னு போறதுக்கு மீனிங்கே இல்ல. ஏன்னா அவளோட ஆங்ஸைட்டி நம்மளுக்கு ஆகிற ப்ராசஸையும் கம்ப்ளீட்டா ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிடும் இல்லையா? And then the other part to understand is that in the pushing, எல்லாம் வரைச்சே mother doesn't need anything, literally nothing. We had a VBAC just now a couple of days ago, where I was just talking to her, how did your birth go? You know what she said to me? She said, I didn't even know I was pushing. Kiran, one of our other midwives, Kiran told me you're pushing. I'm like, yeah. But the thing is, if we had told her don't push, she would have said, are you mad? And she would have continued to push. The body knows what to do. It's the mind that either prevents you, pulls you back, puts you into this state of unnatural stress. And yes, you're 100% right. The people around you can make it stressful. There is no question. If you're welcomed with, come on, lie down, I want to, you take off your clothes, I want to do an internal exam. Absolutely, suddenly, when you're already in pain or when you have had a little bleed, you don't know that little bleed is normal. You don't know what the contractions are going to feel like or how much these contractions are going to last. And then when you go in there, the people are telling you either, I want to do an internal, there is few people around you. Many places they have students, there are 5 students standing around you. Adukapram you're told, you know what, nee konja cooperate pannala. நீ கோஆபரேட் பண்ணலனாக்க then what will you do? Everything adds up over and over and over again. As we look at these small things, they eventually add up, and the mom then says, போரும் விட்டா போரும், நீ ஏதோ பண்ணு, பேபியை வெளியில எடுத்து ஆளை விடுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு she lands up with having a baby. But then postpartum it hits her.
Correct. வார்த்தை எவ்வளவு பெரிய இம்பாக்ட் காமிக்கிறது இல்ல. மேபி சும்மா யாரோ ஒரு அந்த ஹவுஸ் கீப்பிங் பீப்புள் ஏதோ போற வழியில சொல்லிருப்பாங்க, அது அந்த நேரத்துல அது எப்படி இம்பாக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கோம் அந்த மாதிரி.
Correct.
அந்த வேர்ட்ஸ்க்கு அவ்வளவு பவர் இருக்கு. That is actually I have seen that fear in somebody that has impacted in the second birth that she had. The first birth was normal and everything, but in the second birth அந்த வார்த்தை அவ்வளவு நாள் இருந்திருக்கு.
Correct.
And then she had to work on that actually more than postmortem இருக்கிற பிரச்சனை அந்த வார்த்தை அந்த சொல் அந்த எமோஷனை she had to go through a therapy and get over it.
Correct. That is a very, very common theme that we hear. அவ சொன்னா தட் இது இப்போ காலை ஸ்ப்ரெட் பண்ண முடியல, அப்போ நீ உனக்கு குழந்தை பெத்துக்கரிச்சு உனக்கு இந்த இதெல்லாம் இல்லையா, did you not feel ashamed at that time or did you not feel this pain at that time? So none of those are required. See, the words are very big impact. When somebody says, for example, your body has a failure to progress. Okay, so number failure to progress nu sollarche, we are automatically saying that something is wrong with the body. We can just turn it around and look at her and say, it's taking your body a little bit longer. Now that she's able to process, saying, Siri, namloda body ki compared to the other person, my body is taking a little bit longer. That's not bad. But when you're saying you're failing to progress, you're basically saying that my body is wrong. Right. Similarly, when someone comes and says, you know, there is what shall we say, you're not cooperative. Simple word. Who should cooperate? Everybody should cooperate and be in this together. Versus if you look at her and say, I think you're having a slightly difficult time working through this. Let's work together. What can I do to make this little bit easier for you? Because we need to do 1, 2, 3 things. Immediately this thing changes and the mom says, நம்மளுக்கு இவ ஹெல்ப் பண்ண வந்திருக்கா, ஓகே நம்மளும் இது பண்ணலாமா, அவ இது நம்மளுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்றான்னா, the whole atmosphere changes. If the hospital or handover time la illaya, when handover time la namba vande if there is 2 people and one of them says room 1, she is, you know, she's a difficult mom, so the moment the other nurse or whoever goes in is already imagining her to be a rakshasi. Right? So ava pogache they are like this, you know, okay, iva enna solla poralo. Versus if you say she's having a little difficult time, this is the things I have tried, now maybe we could try this. That conversation, and when she goes inside, she's not going to look at the mother in a bad light. Right? So I think we are really you know, failing to understand that everybody takes time, everybody needs their own space, every woman is different, every baby is different. Baby can, you know, there can be various ways to progress labor, where only we are taking the dilation and saying dilation agala enoda watch la time ayachu, chalo let us take you. And that's never should be the case. And words, again, whatever your practices are, I am not going to sit here and comment and say this practice for that person was bad or this practice for this person was bad. But what they were told and how they were treated, they will remember even when they are 90 years old. A woman will remember that for the rest of her life. She will remember the faces of the people around her. She will remember those voices. Adlenda dan trauma vardu. Sometimes they have PTSD type effects later on, which suddenly they will wake up from the middle of the night feeling like, you know, heart is beating fast, saying some kind of subconscious remembering of those things that happened. And why should it be there, right? See, again, can we avoid all trauma? No. Different people perceive things in a different manner, but doesn't it make sense that we avoid it to the maximum extent and make the woman feel that you are well supported, well honored, that she's honored, that she is that moment of her life, she is that goddess, that enormous Shakti that is happening. And the room la and the Shakti tavara vera otrume kadayadu. Nambella, we are nothing in that moment. When I birthed my baby, I was the Shakti. But when somebody else is, she is the Shakti. Maybe we are all together in it, no problem. But we can't demean her and expect to have a gentle birth and a safe birth. And you can have a normal delivery, but it might not mean anything to the mother if those things happened before and she's not respected in the hours postpartum.
Yeah. Like I have, like this happened like few years back, and then one woman had actually had a C-section, and then somebody actually, and when she planned for the second, it was not a conscious feedback, but she was always thinking, in the vaati na vande eppadi irundhalum I will push myself and go for a normal delivery. Somebody in her family, very closely knitted family itself, like the immediate family, commented, first C-section na, second C-section na. That too coming from somebody immediate family, it hit her very badly. And then she had come to me just for emotional support, and எனக்கு வந்து எப்படி பேசுறதுன்னு தெரியல, இதுக்கு எப்படி ரெஸ்பாண்ட் பண்றதுன்னு தெரியல, எனக்கு என்கிட்டயே வந்து இப்ப வந்து எனக்கு ஹோப்ஃபுல்லா இருந்தது, அது ஹோப் போயிடுச்சு அப்படின்ற மாதிரி பேசு. அது வந்து எவ்வளவு பெரிய விஷயம் இல்ல. some mother she's trying her best that things should be normal by nature, how things are, that should happen to me. ஆனா யாரோ சொல்ற ஒரு வார்த்தை எப்படி போய் அது பாதிக்குது அந்த மென்டல் ஹெல்த் வந்து அது it's like so for me when people come and talk to me on this basis I feel so bad that we don't know how to talk to somebody at a
Correct.
some
But I also feel, again, if we look back at the kind of family structures and society that we have, I don't think we can completely prevent it. Should we aim for it? Yes. But then again, I would say it is the mother and the partner, the birthing couple, who should be saying, these are my boundaries. Idukku mela I am not going to allow you to step over that boundary. That is only in your hands. நீங்க எத்தனை அவளுக்கு unnecessary information தரலோ, நீங்க எத்தனை unnecessary அவளை நீங்க நான் இது பண்ணட்டமா பண்ணாம இருக்கட்டுமா, எனக்கு இது ஆகுமான்னு கேட்கறச்சு 100 people will have 100 different opinions. So you have to create your boundary. If you are an adult bringing a child into this world, of course take your support systems, talk to people. I'm not saying parents are bad or aunts or uncles are bad or whatever, but I just feel like on the boundary if you create, then they'll say, you can always tell them, you know what, I don't want to hear any negativity around me. We counsel this. We counsel people 100 times. I even tell people, don't tell anyone you're having a VBAC. What is that? You just say you're getting a good healthy checkup. My baby is well, I am well. Adukapram paathukalam. That's it. So when we unnecessarily, if we give people information, then you give them an opportunity to encroach on your personal space, and I think it's not required. I think we have to, again it comes to taking responsibility. The partner and her, if they take responsibility and say whatever it is, na nalla care provider find pannirken, this is super important. Without a good care provider, not going to happen. I have got my information, I have tried to look at people, I've gone to attend classes, and then I have now made my choice. Then that is their choice, and we are willing to live with the outcomes, right? And that will make them more confident. When somebody comes to the birth center, can I guarantee them a 100% normal delivery? Absolutely not. But what we have to tell them is, each time when you come in, you will be respected, you will be supported. On any questions irundhalum, I'll be happy to answer it for you. I'll give you time to make good choices. And when you exit from here, you should feel confident that I have done the best in this particular time frame. I have done the best possible. That's all we can do.
Correct. Yeah, very well put across, ma'am. Like, நிறைய வாட்டி actually I had a few people coming and telling that எனக்கு வந்து இப்படிலாம் இருக்கு, பட் நான் வந்து வீட்ல சொல்லல, நான் இந்த மாதிரி ட்ரீட்மெண்ட்க்கு போறேன் அப்படின்னு. So that is also kind of having the pressure that I'm hiding from the partner or hiding from my in-laws or parents.
Correct.
So that is also something that I think we need to touch upon, that how women should actually handle that, because somewhere that is also அது வந்து first time அவங்களுக்கு feel ஆகாது. Constantly if they are doing it, that fear that I'm hiding and then யாராவது கண்டுபிடிச்சிருவாங்களோ, that thing is also there. So how do you think that they should handle this?
See, I don't think I have a one-stop solution for it, because I think every family and every dynamic is different. So I don't think I have a one-stop solution, but I do feel that somewhere the mother has to have at least one person who is in her support system, friend, family, whatever, who can be that person whom she can lean on without judgment. Okay. Is it a part that do we as a society have to improve? Oh my goodness, 1000%. Why should anyone have to hide anything? See, again, this goes to the root of how do we bring up our children also, right? If we have brought them up with a value system that, okay, I am open you can talk to me. I may at some point give you some advice. I may tell you that this is right, this is not right, because obviously as a parent, I want to give you some, whatever my lived life lessons are, I'm going to, of course, share it with you. But having said that, at some point, they are independent. If they are ready to have a child, they are independent. So avalukku namba and the freedom kudukalana, then it becomes this talk of I have to hide, I have to do that. So I think as a society we have to improve, and we have to look at it that this is their process. Nammaloda vela aayachu, nammala kolandha pettundachu, ava kolandha pettukra. Why can't people enjoy being a grandparent? This is my question. Just be a grandparent. Just be a grandparent. That's it. finished. Half the problems of the life will be solved instead of just saying, I have to take over this, I have to take over that. Okay, ask her. I really feel if you tell the mom, உனக்கு ஏதாவது specific-ஆ இன்னைக்கு சாப்பிட பண்ணி தரட்டுமா? Or she might say, I don't want anything. Then you go and say, no, you must eat 3 liters of milk and two ghee laddus. That's not the way to be over pampering. But to say, what do you need today? Can I just, sort of relieve you so that you can go and, have a spa day, or, now in the Corona time, no one's going anywhere. That's a different story. But I'm just saying, I think if she can just enable her to feel happy and celebrate that she's having a baby, and even the partner going out together, having a dinner together, or if that's not possible, creating inside the home a place where they are both have like a dinner date. I just think it's possible. These are not. I don't think we need to teach people all this. Really, I really feel that somewhere we have gone so completely out. And the last part is itna fear. There is so much fear that even for the woman to settle down and think of pregnancy as a normal, healthy life event, it takes her a while. And that's where, a birth center or a midwife-led care really helps, because you put things into perspective. Somebody says, I have aches and pains. Sure, it's common. If you go without that ache and pain, then you're not going to ever know you're pregnant, right? But there are these are the things where you really need to report back to me. When you give them that, then they're suddenly free. Can I walk? Go, please walk. If I'm swimming I'm a good swimmer, go swim. If I've been a cyclist, go do cycling. If you want to take a car, bike, or plane, take it. When you establish a normalcy, automatically mental health picks up. When you make everything abnormal, that's when the mental health goes down.
Correct. So true. So nicely put across, ma'am. Like one more thing I wanted to ask, நிறைய வாட்டி என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா 9 மாசம் அந்த மதரை வந்து தேர் லைக் eat this, eat that, you're looking so beautiful, you have a girl baby, or blah and blah. Like so much of center. It's like she's the center to everything, good or bad, whatever it is. She's the center. And then as soon as the baby is out, the mother actually takes the back seat to focuses on the baby. And the mother, and the moment it will be like, I was the one who gave birth. The baby is born. Even I have born again. So why is the focus not on me? The focus is there. You can eat this. You cannot eat this. You cannot do this type of breastfeeding. You can do so those kinds of things are there. But nee epdima irke, or how do you feeling? Happy or sad, that's different. But how are you feeling? அப்படின்ற கேள்வி கேட்கறதுக்கு யாருமே இல்லை. I also feel sometimes குழந்தை பிறந்த உடனே everybody gets gifts for the baby. Why people don't get gifts for the mother? அப்படி அது வந்து ஒரு எமோஷனல் புஷ்ன்றதை விட அது ஒரு ஜாய் கொடுக்கும். நம்மளும் வந்து ஒரு சென்டர் அப்படிங்கிறது. I want you to talk about this. I want you to really, somebody from that stature of you, people come up to you, look up to you. I want some from you that this has to be spoken about.
Oh gosh, again it goes back to that same thing. They are expecting a product. That's the problem.
Yeah,
the product being the baby. We are not saying that this is a family that is coming into being. We are saying that there is a baby which is a product of this pregnancy. Now the attention goes to the product. So we have to change that. This is a family that is coming into being. The family is the one who is welcoming the baby. The parents are the center of the attention. It is their circle of love. Let us leave them alone for some time. My biggest sort of request to anybody who is listening is that really leave the parents alone in that circle of love for the first 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and let them ask what they need. அத கிரவுட் பண்ணி குழந்தைய பிரிச்சு அங்க எடுத்துட்டு போய் எல்லாரும் ஒரு ஒருத்தர் மாத்தி ஒருத்தர் கையில கொடுத்து இப்ப ஃபார்ச்சுனேட்லி அது ஒண்ணுதான் ஐ திங்க் கொரோனால பெட்டரா இருக்கு. நோபடி the baby is not passed around, but I'm just saying அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கறச்சே the mother is left to her own thing. Half the time she is undergoing a cesarean section, she is in her sedation ஆயாச்சு, she has nothing, she has not got anything out of it except an abdominal surgery. Illaya, when she comes there, even if she has had a vaginal birth, though they have pushed, pulled, or vaginal birth aayachu, again she is not celebrated, edo panni suturing aayachu, idu aayachu, adu aayachu, but she has worked hard to have a baby, but that's forgotten. So unless we discuss how we are receiving this child as a family, unless we are putting the importance of the mother, father, baby being together and not anyone else. Yes, as a grandparent, do you want to say congratulations and yay and yes? Absolutely. But it is not yours to take and roam around and show off as a trophy. Hence the problem starts. Then now baby cries, baby is not feeding well, so you don't have milk. So now the mother is put into a place where she's got all the stress, but no reward because she can't keep the baby and sit like this and say, it's my baby. Vanduru, paal vanduru, no problem. I don't. So what? In the madri inga baby vechundu okkandena automatically baby will sleep, mom will sleep, everyone will leave her, they can get her a cup of coffee, hot chocolate, whatever she likes. Things go well. This is what I want to say. Usually things go beautifully. Yes, if mom has other problems, breastfeeding difficulties, address it for sure. But every brother's baby, her breast don't need to be squeezed and touched. Other pairs of hands should not be on her breast. Let her figure out what is happening. If you need help, please offer it, but not by being in her face, on her boobs, making sure that everybody is pulling, pushing, pinching, baby kedo pandrathu, or a baby also doesn't understand. Many babies, when they put the nipple inside, some of them are ready. And the readiness kum konjam time aagudhu. As soon as the baby is born, they don't want immediately. They'll look, they'll smell, they will do. And when you put sometimes when the nipple goes in, they will actually chuck it out. And that's normal because there is a thrusting response which is there, and they're still trying to figure out how do you take this milk in, how do I use my tongue to suck it in, right? But when we are not doing that and we are just pushing the baby, pushing the mother onto it, then we are causing more trauma. Then mother says, "Ayyo, enak breastfeeding kuda varala." So I think all these things, then lifelong, how do you feel? You feel that didn't happen, this didn't happen, this didn't happen, and so finished, over, edo ayache. Despite this, women are strong enough to have other babies. So I would say a big sign of respect to them, right? That's what we should be saying. Respect to you for doing all this and still choosing to have babies, right? But where do we stop this? We have to learn to respect that it's not just about saying that onak enna venu, okay adu kelu, but adukku minnadi start understanding and respecting her as an autonomous individual who is completely capable of making good choices. There is not many moms who with if there is postpartum depression is a whole another topic for another day, but if you're in the normal postpartum blues, whatever it may be, there is no mother who is going to be willfully neglectful of her body and her baby. No one. So she will ask, she will say, "Enak in the support, this is what it is. I am feeling a little tired." Day 3, when the milk flows, the tears flow. We know that. At that point of time, she might feel a little down, out, and all you need to do is support her and say, "It's okay. What can I do for you? How can I be around you?" Not say, "Nangalam koinda pethendachu illaya, nangalu indha madri pannirkom illaya, how come you are special?" No. These are all nonsense things that we are doing.
Correct. So now coming back to this question, in the mental health, trauma is there from the day, or I would say from days where she's not conceived to the days she gives birth to baby, because that constant noise of eppa good news solve to good news solli to good news la irundhu velila vandu, that trauma adani trauma va eduklena, that means the woman is really strong. I really appreciate that. But having said that, in the journey la, what do you think is a partner's role? லைக் பிசிக்கல் ஹெல்த்ல வந்து நிறைய பேசுறாங்க, நிறைய பண்றாங்க, பட் மென்டலி வந்து ஒரு பார்ட்னர் வந்து சம்டைம்ஸ் எனக்கு என்ன பண்றதுன்னே தெரியல, பட் இதெல்லாம் அவ பண்றா அப்படின்ற கேள்வி வந்து நிறைய பேர் கேக்குறாங்க. ஸோ வாட் ஷுட் அ பார்ட்னர்ஸ் ரோல் ஷுட் பி? It's
Very good question, very important. I think any partner who is supporting a mother, they are only outside. There is this mother-baby dance that is going on inside. They can only see it from outside, maybe after 28 weeks, feel it, whatever. But their job is to be emotionally present for the partner. It's not about physical things. It's okay, bringing a cup of tea or, doing things for her. That those are all the physical aspects of it. But emotionally being present means feeling that, okay, she is really, we are in this together. And the togetherness, they don't have to necessarily do things all the time. See, this is the other aspect. We always think somebody has to do something. It's not about doing something. It's about being there, about kindness. Why don't we talk about kindness? Just
yeah.
being kind to the mother. Why don't we talk about kindness? Why don't we talk about respect? And respect doesn't mean that, again, like I said, not pressing hand and feet, but saying, I respect the process that she's going through. I can't feel that, what is happening inside her. But if she's having a little ache or a pain or whatever, or if she's, managing a home and a job and a first kid, let's give her some space and respect and say, wow, you're doing so much. Or, okay, no, shall we sit down together and have a cup of tea? Or shall we just, how can I be of help to her? How can I inform myself about the process of labor and birth? Again, comes back to that education. Can we sit and watch a few birth videos together? Can we read good books together? Can we then say that, okay, can we make a good choice of partners together? It is not just being a driver and driving her to the hospital.
Yes.
That is the least you can do. But being there and asking questions, okay, what did the doctor say? How did it go? Shall we ask her a few more questions? Shall we attend a class together? Sometimes that's the value of the class that we feel. Because when we do a 3-hour class every weekend, that's maybe perhaps the only time the partner and the mother are sitting together and saying, wow, these are the possibilities. These are the things we can do together. And getting that sense of awe about what they are creating. That's the partner's role. And then being rock solid support when it comes to labor and birth. Say, because now we have gone through this together, we know what is the pro and con, we know things, what's the mother's choices that she's using, we have picked up care provider together, and now in labor and birth, my job is to emotionally support her. We have seen parents who are disconnected, mother is going through the pain, father is sitting on the phone going, ticka, 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 ticka. I'm like, what is more important than your wife having a baby right now? Tell me.
Very true.
அதுக்கு நடுவுல ஒரு 10 போன் வரும் அம்மாக்கு அப்டேட் பண்ணணும் தாத்தாக்கு அப்டேட் பண்ணணும் என்ன இருக்கு what is all this she's pushing a baby out your phone should be on silent mode and put away somewhere the moment the baby is born you don't need to go and give good news to people be with her enjoy that moment of your life which will never come back again in that first hour, 2 hours, be together as a family. And then that support the woman feels. Nobody needs to tell her. She will feel it and she will enjoy it. She will become stronger because of it, because she has known that, and the life relationship completely changes. How many times parents tell us that after the birth our relationship changed? It is quite amazing.
Yeah, like that 2 hours, the 3 hours, that focus that partner gives. I think irrespective of what happens in life, that 3 hours the woman will never forget in her life, right? And
Absolutely.
she'll be like the respect goes up, the love
and so the
increases.
dad also will not forget it because one thing which we forget is it is not just the mom. So when there is an involved partner, you ask me what can a partner do? When there is an involved partner, we also have to understand that they are going through their own emotions as well. They can only be outside of the body and outside of the woman and seeing what she is going through. But an informed couple is coming together, making good choices for themselves and traversing the journey together. So when the mom feels a little weaker and wanting to give up, the dad steps in. When the dad feels a little bit like nervous, then either the mom can say, I'm okay, or the people around them can say, that whoever is there. And we always feel that our job is to support the family. Yes, primarily the mom and baby, but also the partner. How many times we tell them it's okay, she's all right, don't worry too much. Why don't you sit down, go grab yourself a cup of coffee. If you need to rest, if it's a longer labor, go ahead and rest. We are there with her. And that allows them to emerge together, both together strongly. Because we have to think about what the dad's going through as well, right?
Yeah, very nice, very nice. So finally, you give us like 3 things that any mother to be or any couple to be who want to begin this journey, what is that you say to them? Like, இது ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க, irrespective of what kind of pregnancy they are or what kind of birthing process they go, it's okay. But
Correct.
இது is like mandatory, this is non-negotiable அப்படின்னு நீங்க சொல்றது எது?
First thing is that this is your pregnancy. வேற யார்தும் இல்ல அது. It is yours. It's yours to make, it is yours to take, it is yours to celebrate, it is yours to make, give the best possible fertile ground for the mother and father and baby to grow together and come into this life together and on earth as a family. That's one thing. So unless and until you internalize that and really work on that, things will go here and there and you will feel like somebody has deprived you of something, and that will last a lifetime. So make it your own. Grab it with two hands, make it your own, as much as circumstances allow you. We've also had parents who have been across continents having a baby, but they have been emotionally connected. That's the beauty of this. In the classes, parents have joined in from the US on unearthly times to be with the mom who is here in India and done this together. So I think it's not
Ma'am,
just about the
5
physics.
seconds